Hey everybody, Avalon here. I'm not exactly sure where to start. I think the first thing I want to say to most folks, if you believe me or not, is that basically we're going to be okay. That essentially the virus issue is not really the issue. The issue is that we are being told a number of different things at different times that don't quite add up. I've talked to a couple of people today that I really thought knew that already, that things didn't add up, and they're just now getting it. It's been going on for almost 3.5, 4 weeks. So what doesn't add up for Avalon? Well, originally what didn't add up for Avalon is that statistically 0.074% of people dying is not very much in a global pandemic. A pandemic means it's in every country. It's not an epidemic. An epidemic basically means it's gotten into every country and it's killing lots of people. And if you look at your statistics and you look at your numbers and you do add and subtraction, I'm not being cute, not being funny, I'm being real, you'll see that there's not very much of a risk of us dying from this particular virus. Now, COVID-19 means that there's coronaviruses that are 20, 21, 22, 18. There's thousands of them. So if you were to test me and pay for a kit like we can in America, you're probably going to get a positive. That's why I'm not happy about hearing about the app that Google is putting on our phones without us asking. Because for one, how do you know someone's been tested? And for another, how do you know not everybody has or has not got this virus in them automatically? Let me just explain basic science for a second, is that we all have viruses, bacteria, and fungi in our bodies, all right? And the reason that's important is because as long as we have a good immune system that's fighting it off with our own immune response, that's white blood cells, killer T cells, all the cells that we have when we're born, that we get from breastfeeding, and so on. We're basically all immune to a lot of this, unless we are older, unless we are suffering from immune disorders like, human immune deficiency virus. People don't die from HIV. People die from the secondary or third infection, like with the yeast in the lungs, that pneumonias, things like that. And that's pretty much what's been happening, and that's where you're getting your statistics of small amount of percentage of people dying from this virus. Plus, every one of us is probably going to test positive for a virus, corona, because of the fact that it lives in our body, just like staph lives in our body. But if we have a poor immune system, we will get sick. And that's kind of the point. And what I see happening now that the governor has come on and told us we are going to stay inside longer, it's not lockdown, we're not in prison. Because of this virus, people are getting scared and freaked out about their homes and their lives and their food and their children, as they should be. And not only that, but because we have to practice what they call social distancing, which is not, they got social distancing everywhere. I mean, literally, we don't even have to figure out what 6 feet is. 6 feet to 1.5 meters, basically that's what it is in interpretations. It's marked on the floor for us. Isn't that interesting? I wonder if they had those done before the virus thingy started or not. I don't think they want us talking to each other and figuring out us, the governments of the planet, I don't know who, but people that don't want us talking to each other, because quite frankly, you can walk out your door right now, and if you want to die from a virus or not, you might die from a gunshot, you might die from a motor vehicle accident, you might die from a panicky-stricken person that's starving, more than you're going to die from a virus. That's just my opinion. And I have a medical background to back that up, but I also have what they taught me in school and throughout my whole life for 40 years, critical thinking. Like, what could really hurt us now more than a virus that takes time to incubate in a body? We need to know all those things, like incubation times and things like that, or we don't know what they're even talking about. No one's been giving us any classes on medicine. So my suggestion would be to protect yourselves. Do not divide. You can still talk to people safely 6 feet away. This is a potential bluff to make us divide, which quite frankly is working, and therefore we will be unsafe and conquered. I'll come back in and talk a little bit longer in another video. Take care and love each other. Peace.